So I believe this is the first time since ACC play started that you do not have a midweek game. What has the extra, I don't know if you call it a bye week or whatever, but what does this allow you to do ahead of Sunday's game?
Yeah, it is a bye week. Everybody gets one, at least one, I guess, in ACC play. But it's been good. We've been going, Thursday, Sunday from the beginning, and obviously had a really tough schedule. So it's good for our players just to get a mental break, physical break, work on us a little bit this week, rather than just always preparing for the next team. So it's always great to have a bye week.
You go 2-0 on the road last week, and in the ACC, that's a really tough thing to do. What did it take just to win both of those games? Did you see parallels in how your team played both on Thursday and Sunday?
Yeah, I mean, both were great wins. We can still get better. We're going to break that down a little bit today. But winning on the road is huge, and we weren't able to do that at all last year in ACC play. So that's definitely progress. And then also, it's just about us being locked in, really, and committing to each other, buying into the game plan, being consistent. We talked a lot about being consistent. And so, not playing the front of the jersey, all the things that we've been talking about, and just holding ourselves accountable. So going up to Boston College and getting that done, especially when we were, shorthanded, both London and Cam were out that game. Odessa stepped up big, Sam did. Olivia and Caden Lawson played the 4 as well. So knowing that we can do that even shorthanded gave us confidence going into Wake Forest, and we just want to keep building.
This weekend, Olivia will be signing autographs. There's a big push in the Louisa County School District to get, young guys. I know in my son's elementary school, like getting those tickets there. How important is having that connection in the community, especially with these women that are, in state and close to their home?
Oh, it's huge. I think our 3 hometown kids do a great job of giving back to their communities and always staying locked in with them. And their communities have supported us as well. So that's why we want to try and keep them home. There's some other ones that we want to keep in the state of Virginia too. But Olivia obviously takes a lot of pride where she's from. So does Kimora. So does Sam. So just having those 3 here have helped us build this fan base. So I'm really excited to see what they're doing this weekend.
Yeah, kind of going off of that, it seems like a good segue into just, they're both playing so well. What does that kind of say for the future of this program and just where you guys can grow?
Yeah, I mean, building around your young kids is a way to, reach greatness and sustain it, really. So obviously we have a lot of talented players at all different classes here, but some of our core group of guards are really young, and I think that's going to help us continue to build, continue to recruit at a high level, and just continue to sustain greatness once we reach it. So I just think, it's always been a part of the plan. I said it in my press conference when I got hired here, want to bring in some young talent, want to bring in some hometown kids, want to build it the right way. So not saying anything about the transfer portal and stuff like that. We're going to utilize that. Obviously we have to help us, but we really want to, build around those young kids and make sure that we're building for the future.
Debbie Ryan will be honored on Sunday. How much time have you been able to spend with her since you were hired here, and going way back? Did you have any contact with her when you were in high school playing?
You know the answer to that, but she didn't recruit me. It's okay. Yeah. No, but I've always had a lot of respect for her. Obviously, the glory days, as we say, or when I was coming up, and so I watched her. I watched the team. I watched a lot of the great players come through here. Watched them get to the Final Four. I remember all of that stuff pretty vividly. But since the day I was hired, actually, she reached out to me the day I was hired. We've had a great rapport, a great relationship, and she's been nothing but supportive. Constantly says how proud she is. She thinks we're getting back to where we used to be, and she just offers a lot of love and support. I think she's been great, and to get that from somebody like herself, who is one of the greatest, especially here, but regardless, it just means a lot. So I have a lot of respect and a lot of appreciation for her and for what she does for me in this program.
Olivia worked her way into the starting lineup. What have you seen from her? What's the biggest area of growth for her, and what has she added to your starting lineup?
Yeah, I mean, well, O has always been able to score, and I've said this a couple times in these media press conferences, but her biggest thing is been, just getting consistent on defense, and adjusting to that. So early when she wasn't starting, non-conference and things like that, minutes are up and down. It was all predicated around defense, So she's really coming to her own, and she's getting better on that side of the ball. understanding the game plan, things like that. And it's just great to see her grow, and others too as well. But pertaining to her, but offensively, she could always fill it up. She's a 3-level scorer. She can post. She can do a lot of things as a 6'3" guard. So we can always utilize her offense. And so sometimes it's just better to get off at a really good start, especially on the road, and fill it up and try and take the other team's confidence. But I think she's been playing great since she's been starting. The only reason she really came out was she tweaked her ankle in the Virginia Tech game, and she was kind of nursing that. She didn't miss a game, but she wasn't herself for a while. But both, her and Mo have done a tremendous job of just continuing to grow all year.
Yeah, and then I know we've asked this a couple times, but now asking mid-February, is there a plan for Mir, and should we expect to see her back this season?
Again, it's the same answer as always. I know the season's, starting to kind of wind down, and, thinking about postseason. Hopefully we get to play in postseason. That's our goal. But Mir's, she's working hard. She's just dedicated to the process. She's working hard in rehab. She's in practice. It's all up to the doctors and our trainers to clear her, and it's up to her whether she wants to come back now or next year. We really haven't had too many talks about that. I just love seeing her out there in practice. Honestly, it's truly an inspiration watching her comeback story, because everybody saw that injury, and if you didn't, you don't want to see it. It was pretty gruesome, and so for her to come back and be playing how she is right now it's just an inspiring story.
You got Yanta back on Thursday, and she gave you 16 points in that game. What has her impact been just in the last 2 games since you got her back, just as another ball handler for your offense?
Yeah, I mean, for sure, ball handler. In that game, that Boston College game, it was great having her and Mo on the floor at the same time, 2 point guards on the same time, on the floor at the same time, and they were trying to press us. So, we just easily broke the press. Pass it to 1 point guard, they go. Pass it to the other one, we go. So it was really good to kind of have a 2-headed monster that way. And she came back and she was on fire. So that's always cool to see as well. But yeah, so I mean, it just gives us, again, another ball handler, another facilitator. Mo got into foul trouble early in the Wake Forest game, so we have another point guard. That's their natural position. They can come in and play. Lex did a great job kind of holding it down when Yanta was out, but that's not her natural position. She's an off guard. So, having another point guard to go to is always a plus.
And Sam has obviously struggled with injuries throughout her career. It seems like recently she's moving a little bit better, playing good defense, rebounding, and also shooting the ball better. What have you kind of seen her growth, this season, but then what does her playing at that level give you guys?
I think Sam is playing, tremendous basketball right now. She's playing on both sides, and that's always been the thing with her, about defense. She would always say she's not the best defender and things like that. But she's playing great defense. She's rebounding, she's blocking shots, she's doing things like that. Obviously, she's hitting shots on the offensive end. Had a couple and ones, things like that. So she's playing free, and she's just playing with a lot of joy. We've had a lot of talks recently, especially like kind of around the time we were at Florida State. Sam was really struggling with a lot of injuries. Her foot is bothering her. Sometimes people see her outside of games and practice and she's in a boot, so she's just really fighting all the time, fighting through all these ailments and injuries that she's had, and sometimes that can take a toll on you, and it's really hard because you're in pain every day, and I'm somebody who understands that because I had a lot of injuries as a player too. So we just talked about just getting back to the joy of it, and just continue to stay present, because obviously her eligibility is starting to tick now. You don't want to look back and be like, oh man. So she's doing that, and she's just, honestly, she's been a kid that's always been all in. She's always brought joy to the team, and even when she has to sit out because of injuries and things like that. But I think right now she's very confident, which is great, and then she's also just staying present, and just taking it one day at a time. Her injuries aren't going to change. She understands that, but, her approach to everything, she changed a little bit, and now she's just really having fun.
What do the bigs need to do to avoid foul trouble that they have not been doing?
You tell me. No, we're working on that. We got to stay disciplined. I think a lot of times we're in the right spot. We just don't get there on time, so we're walling up. We might have our hands straight up, but we kind of move into them a little bit late, and then it's a hip check or a body foul. And then sometimes when we are walling up, we come down a little bit with our hands. So we've been watching a lot of film and just talking about it, trying to get better at it in practice. But we're not trying to have our bigs foul out every game for sure. I've even asked, I've asked like refs during the games, like what exactly did she do, and they'll give me some feedback, and I'll try and tell our bigs that way, just so we can make adjustments. But I mean, it's all a learning experience. Like for instance, Odessa, she's now getting a lot of minutes. She's going to learn from that. She's going to continue to get better. Cam's got to get better at it. She's fouled out a lot of games. We understand that. It's been a point of emphasis for London as well, which London's got better with playing with foul trouble. But it's just something that we got to continue to work on. You got to be physical, but we got to be smart, and we just got to get better there. All right, thank you.